Hey, and welcome everybody. It's Robert Blackman, president of Fleece Cafe. And I know maybe the headline of the video caught you today. And the headline is, are you a network marketing snowflake? And there's a lot of different definitions of snowflake these days. I know the most political one is being thrown around right now, that you're just a political snowflake. That's not what I'm talking about. There is the actual snowflake, which through my last year of having spinal surgery, not being able to walk, having the inability of my muscles and the brain being able to communicate with each other because of disruption of that nerve signal and having to relearning to walk. I've gone to neurologist after neurologist, and as you can imagine, somebody like myself, I've researched every single possible way, online, offline, in person, until finally a neurologist from John Hoskins and told me, he goes, Robert, I said, well, why is this? And what about that? Hundreds of questions and looking at multiple MRIs, looking at what's happened to me, what the nerve damage is, what it isn't, where the pain's coming from, just going over my, when can I walk? If you were me, what would you do as a neurologist? And finally, the last guy I met with just recently, he just said, Robert, you're just a snowflake. And at first it caught me off guard, and I thought he was talking about the political snowflake. And he goes, every patient that goes through nerve damage, they're a snowflake. And you imagine all the snowflakes that come down, there's not one that you can measure and say is the same size. And so everyone's situation is different. And so that was an aha moment for me personally in my own health. And he said, what may work for somebody else won't work for you. This treatment, yes, you're reading about treatments, you're reading about different things to inject into your body from yourself and from other sources, and whether you should go overseas for these procedures. He goes, may have worked for some people. He goes, it may not work for you. So we have laid out a strategy that Sherry and myself and our neurologists have figured out what I can specifically do as a snowflake, is a nerve damage patient, to go out and give myself the best chance to walk the rest of my life and not be in a wheelchair forever. So it got me to thinking on the way home the other day from the neurologist, because when you get that kind of information, you just kind of sit there. Sherry and I were both quiet in the truck on the way home. And kind of a situation where you didn't know who the first person is going to speak is. Because it's serious business not being able to walk after you walked all your life. And it changes not only my life, it changes her life, it changes the kid's life. The great thing about network marketing is it hasn't changed that life. And if anything, it's fueled it. Because all I need is a phone, a video on the phone. I've got my laptop over here. We've got a desktop here, a desktop over there. I've got my bulletin board behind me. If I want to do a whiteboard training, I can talk, I can type, I can communicate. And from a wheelchair, I can be a multi-millionaire in network marketing. Isn't that great about the profession that we're in? And so for me, it's actually fueled me, because not being able to do the things I used to be able to do has pushed me to be a better network marketer. It's pushed me to be a better president of Fleece Cafe and president of Profit Leads. It's pushed me to be a better businessman because of my ailment, a better father, a better husband, a better friend. And so for me, being a snowflake has actually been, ironically, the best thing that's ever happened to me personally. So the first thing I said to Sherry, she goes, well, are we gonna talk to each other? Are we gonna say anything about halfway home? And I said, not only am I a snowflake in life, I'm a snowflake in network marketing. And she goes, what do you mean? So I'm gonna equate to you today what being a snowflake in network marketing means, and you are one, whether you want to be or not. And so what exactly does that mean, Robert? It means after 39 years, almost 40 years as a network marketer, I have seen an evolution that few ever have. It started out just with meetings, hotel meetings, one-on-ones at your home. Sunday afternoon, someone would come over and bring over some soap that you would try and you would buy from them as a customer. And very rarely they talk about being a distributor. And we bought from people because we just either felt sorry for them or we felt it was a great product. But we're also busy in our lives. We never went to hotel meetings. And if we did, we felt it was high pressure, or we joined and we liked it. So I've seen the evolution where we've gone from meetings to where everyone says meetings are bad. And we've gone from warm marketing to extreme cold marketing. Cold marketing being all you do is talk to people or don't talk to people that you don't know. And I love that, is I'm going to build a business by not talking to people that I don't know. And so there's been this huge evolution. And so as a network marketer, I'm a snowflake because I'm unique. I'm very difficult to duplicate individually. Sherry's difficult to duplicate. I can't do what Sherry does. She can't do what I do. Her strengths are not my strengths and vice versa. Same with you and me. What I can do though is I can show you what I've done. I can create a duplicatable system that will allow you now from meetings to no meetings. I can allow you in that range that I've got to allow you to duplicate or be a snowflake within this area. I can no longer just say, look, it's meetings or it's nothing. And I can no longer say, look, it's just online or it's nothing. If you don't just plug into our system of generating leads and never talk to anybody, I got nothing for you. Go somewhere else. So you have to, in today's environment, and why I think it seems so difficult for people that are either new or people that were just in warm marketing, for them to stretch all the way out to this. There's so many ways. It's the old Paul Simon song. There's 50 ways to leave your lover. There's 50 ways to do network marketing, and it's so confusing. It's so overwhelming because you can buy course after course. You can listen to me. You can listen to other leaders, other trainers, and buy their books and buy my books and tapes and still come back and you're frozen. You come back and you go walk to your computer and you go, well, what do I do? Am I going to build it all online? Do I have a capture page? Do I need to get a Facebook fan page? Do I need to mail samples? Do I need to make phone calls? Do I need to do Zoom calls? Do I just need to buy traffic? What do I do? So since there's so many ways to do the business, you end up doing nothing. You're a snowflake. You have to find out from warm marketing to not warm marketing where you're going to be in this space. And this is the network marketing space I'm showing you right now. In here are all these different choices that you have today. You have to pick your pleasure. I used to say pick your poison. It's pick your pleasure. What do you want to do? What I love to do is I love making phone calls, and you guys will see that here at Fleece Cafe. You'll see it on my Facebook wall. You see it on our blog over at fleececafe.com. You'll see it in your back office at Fleece Cafe. You'll see me making phone calls. Why do I do that? Because it works for me. I'm not a traffic guy. I'm not a pay-per-click guy, an SEO guy. I've got people I pay to do that kind of stuff. But ultimately, when I wake up every single day, I'm looking for other Robert Blackmans. I'm looking for other coffee drinkers. I can call any list in the world, any list, whether they're 1 day old or they're 100 years old. Well, not 100 years, but you know what I mean. There could be a 4-year-old list. And I know there's somebody on that list that does what? They do this every single day. 400 million cups of coffee are drank every day. So I picked coffee. Sharon and I picked coffee because it's so simple. Hey, do you drink coffee? If I send you a sample of our coffee, will you try it? We're looking for customers, and we're looking for people that want to go out and be distributors and distribute our coffee. Hey, I don't drink coffee. Hey, you know somebody who does. Hey, do you know you can make money in our business without ever drinking coffee or having any of our products shipped to your door because your customers can count towards your volume? So see, there's a whole conversation. So regardless of who I call, a network marketing list, an old BizOp list, or a telephone interview lead list, it doesn't matter for me. I'm a snowflake when it comes to that, all right? Because I'm different and unique in how I do it and how I say the scripts. I'm going to give you some scripts. We have a script book. I'm going to give those to you, and you'll watch me make phone calls. You'll look at the script and you go, he didn't do this. He didn't say that. Robert doesn't even follow his own scripts. Because why? They're a guideline. They're a space. It's what you could say. It's what you want to say. But ultimately, it has to be duplicatable, right? We have a duplicatable system at Profit Leads and Fleece Cafe. What is that system? Call, email, and text, and mail a sample. So we get them by land, by sea, by air. We're calling them, we're emailing them, then we're texting them, and ultimately we're sending them a sample. And that's it. That's what we do over and over and over and over and over again. I didn't need a college education to do that. You don't need a college education to do that. You just have to master the mundane. You've got to pick your pleasure in this space, whatever it is today. And that's the confusion. That's what has people frozen today, right there. Do I want to do meetings? No. Do I just want to buy traffic? Well, I don't have money to do that. Well, then I'm going to buy everybody's courses that tells me to do this or that or something else. So you're frozen, and you should just be a snowflake. Just go be your snowflake. Go listen to me make phone calls and say, hey, would I like to do that? Could that be a portion, a small portion in this arena that I may want to try to do? For $50 a month, you can get leads from us that allows you to go out and contact people and send samples to or introduce them to your program. If you get 1 or 2 out of those, guess what? It works. Duplicate it with your team. That's the message today. Are you a network marketing snowflake? You've got to find within the space of warm marketing, and I'm never going to talk to anybody the rest of my life, and never going to see them, don't want to speak to them, don't want to return phone calls, don't want to answer emails. I just want to build it through traffic and go about my day. That's your choices. All the way in here, or all the way in here, or something in between, or a portion of that. Some here, some there. You've got to pick that out for you based upon your time, your budget, and what duplicates. Because ultimately, you'll just be a network marketing salesperson if you don't get your team to duplicate what you can do. In today's environment, in today's society, there's never been an easier time to sell stuff online without having to talk to somebody. But that's just another job, another form of a job. I love people who are promoting social media and they're good looking, they're vibrant, they're outgoing, they're traveling, they're already successful, and they show us all these things. But you know what the number one emotion that I've read that people get when they walk away from social media? You know what that is? It's envy. And as I first read this article, and I read other articles that talked about the psychology of social media today, is that people they're not attracted. You know, the gurus talk about social media attraction. You got to become attractive. Well, we're not. That's not the message that's being made in today's marketplace on social media. In most cases, some cases it is, but in most cases, people are envious of what we're doing. People are tired of watching successful people just talk about themselves all the time and show all their wares. And then they get off the social media and go, well, I'm jealous of that person. I'm envious. As a matter of fact, I would never want to do business with that person because they make me sick to my stomach watching them. And that's the emotion that's coming across from the masses when they look at network marketing as well too. So we have to be very careful when we're on social media when people walk away from it, not to be envious, but to be attracted to that. And so that's the challenge in the network marketing space with the internet today. I will tell you that some of the top earners in network marketing today still do not have a social media presence. If you go look at the DSA Top 100, and I want you to Google that today when you get through watching this, just type in DSA Top 100. You're going to look at all these companies that are, I think 30 or 31 of them are doing over $1 billion in sales a year worldwide. And when you look at those top 30 or so companies, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you see them every day in social media, in your news feed? Are you getting emails or phone calls or texts or something out the mailbox? Are you getting something from these people every single day? Here's what you're going to come away with. I haven't heard of half of those companies, Robert. Where are they? How do they do it? Amway's still number one, $8-9 billion. Would you join Amway today? Probably not. But there's $9 billion almost worldwide where people are. Who's joining Amway today? People that are being shown the plan in this warm market over here that does nothing to do with these markets over here. They're snowflakes within warm marketing. That's their niche. They're passionate about it, and it duplicates. Network marketing is not about what works for you. It's about what duplicates. So for me, I have a foot in this world and a foot in that world. Is that I do things in warm market, and I also do things in these other markets that I believe duplicates for Sherry and I. And we show you what we do. That's why we record our phone calls. We don't just tell you go buy leads and they're magically going to appear in your downline as a customer or rep. We say buy these leads and then watch us call the same leads that you buy and watch our pitch. Adjust the pitch for your company. So it's a show me, don't snow me type of philosophy. And we believe that fits in this space today that we're all in. We're all in this huge auditorium, and we don't know whether we're going to play basketball, baseball, football, hockey, javelin. What are we going to do here in this huge gym of opportunity? Where do we work out? What's our pleasure? Let's go find something to play with and do it in this huge network marketing space. So be a snowflake today. Be a network marketing snowflake. Understand, yes, what your options are in the space, but what works for you in your life. When you get up in the morning, you go to work. Our team, we say take our cafe cards and put them out next to in the break room, next to the coffee maker, and have it organically grow. You may not have a product or service that allows you to do that, and that's okay. So how are you going to build the business? What's duplicating for your upline, the people above you? It's going to be difficult in most cases because most of those people are unattainable. That's where the envy comes in. Others are very attracted to talking to you. So call the company and say, hey, who's my sponsor? Who's my upline? And, what pin level that they're at? I'd like to, can you give me their email? Can you give me their phone number? Some cases they will, some cases they won't. Google their name and the company of your name and find them. Find them on social media. Inbox them. Say, hey, I'd like to find out how you're doing it or how you did it so you can teach me. What you're going to find with a lot of these leaders is they're no longer doing what they used to do to get them where they are today because some of them don't have to. Others are in a position to where they need to. Find your mentor in your company. Find what they're doing in this space and find what's attractive to you. And when you find what's attractive to you, you will attract other people to do exactly what you do, and that's where duplication occurs. So anyway, go out and be a network marketing snowflake just like I am, and I think you'll find some happiness and joy and also some profitability in your network marketing business. Have a great day.